Today I have for you why you need to look at your competition differently. It's true. So first of all, welcome, thank you. It is the Marketing for Owners podcast. It's me, John Buck. This is the home of the Owners Club. If you haven't visited the Owners Club, go to theownersclub.co. That is my advert for my thing. And if you want to know what it is, it's best to go and have a look. But if you think of all the help you need in your business, you know, when you want to do something, you want to try something and you're not sure who to ask and all that stuff, well, that's what it's all about. Because you can ask us, you can ask me, you can get me anytime one-on-one. And if you wonder, does it cost money? Yes, and it is just £29 per month. You can get me anytime. Trust me, I know a thing or two. Anyway, back to this. So competition. Well, the reason I say you need to look at competition differently is because most of us, or many, will blame competitors or competition for anything. Lack of sales, anything like that. But I want you to just turn it around a bit, because there is no competition. If you're thinking of another company in your niche as competition, that's you. It's all in your head. It's why are you worried about them? Let me think. Let me give you an example. Coffee. All right. There is a Starbucks or a Costa Coffee or wherever you are, a Blends or a Seattle Coffee Company or a Pete's, anything. Everywhere, every corner, we have coffee at home, we have coffee at work. You will have, in where I live in Deal in Kent, there is a Costa Coffee. And then there is a local one called I Love Drinks, which has actually got more people in it than the Costa. And then opposite, Starbucks opened. In fact, it's kind of half empty, but I'm sure they're doing okay. You'd think, why would they do that? It's not competition, not the way they look at it. It means there is a market for more than one coffee shop. And it's just down to them to figure out how to win the biggest slice. So that's what I want you to think. They're not competitors. They are people doing the same who can show you either how badly it can be done, so how not to do it, or how well it can be done to learn by the good things that they do. So from those coffee companies, why not look at each of them and write down what they do well and what they do badly? Why not go and mystery shop? You know, go and have a cup of coffee and a muffin or whatever in each of them and compare. How do they talk to you? Where do they make you wait? How long do they make you wait? What's it like waiting? How big is the queue? Does everyone know where to queue? Did you know where to get everything? Was it easy on the prices? All that kind of stuff. Was the menu clear? Were they polite? Did it look clean? Write down the good, the bad, and then make sure that when you do it, because you already know there's enough to go around, then you do it better than them. And if they're doing this that way, change yours to be like that, but a bit better. And you pick all the best bits and you remove all of the bad bits. You've got a recipe for success. And that's not competition. They are colleagues, they are people in your niche. They have the same problems as you. Personally, I think you are best off getting to know them. You will be surprised. Do you think they're your enemy? They're your friend. Of all the people in the world who understand what you're going through, your struggles, your problems, your issues, your good days, your bad days, it's the guy that runs the same business as you. Now he or she has the same. They haven't come to you. Why not you be the bigger person, go to them, invite them out for a cup of coffee, even if it's not a coffee shop, and have a chat. And just when they're all suspicious and they say, well, how can I help? And just just be open. Say, we're in the same industry, and I just thought it would be great if we could just get to know each other and see if we've got something in common, how we can help each other out. Nothing suspicious, don't want to sell anything, don't want to ask you any information. I just want to buy you a cup of coffee or a lunch. If they say no, find another one. But I bet you'd be surprised. And then you're going to learn. This is not for intel. This is to have someone to talk to. It is very, very important to have a coach or a mentor, and a competitor can be someone like that. Because again, you'll find, for instance, when you're buying coffee, you're struggling to get it to here, and you say, oh no, we've got a supplier, and then you might find you let them access to your supplier because they'll let you have access for something else. You can do some little bartering. You might say, I don't get many of those. You say, I don't either. Let's combine, get it together and save on the shipping or get bulk buying. You might end up as friends. I have people in the old fire trade who would appear to be arch enemies who ended up as friends. I've been to their weddings, I've been to their funerals. Sad thing, but this is what I mean. But it's not competition. Now this is what I always refer to Tony Robbins, because he politely calls them stories. It's what I call excuses and everyone else does. But what's your story? Why do you say, oh, we can't do this because Amazon? And I have this in my trade. We sell fire safety gear online. Our competitors say, you're ruining the trade. They contact our suppliers and say, why are you supplying them? Will you stop supplying because they're ruining it? Ruining it means what we're actually doing, and unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, what Amazon are doing, are giving the customer what the customer wants, which is more choice, more convenience, faster deliveries, and a lower price for the exact same thing and better service. Now, of course, if you were having higher prices and that's taking away your profits, I'm sorry, but that's because you're thinking it's all about you. It's the customer. So that's not competition. That is somebody who is giving the customer what the customer wants. And I'm sorry if it affects you, but that is your excuse. When in reality, you might, it's difficult to say you can do what Amazon do, but we do. So we're in a B2B. Amazon don't really go to B2B markets. You need to niche down and nail that customer database so that they think you are the experts, the one to go to, that there is no competition. You are the best and you can do it, my friend. Instead of thinking of competition, just expand your offering. Remember the customer. As long as you're giving the customer what they want, then it doesn't matter who else is cheaper, who else costs more, because people will only be interested in the value you are giving them. And that doesn't matter what anyone else does. So make videos, update your website regularly, create a list, contact your customers via email, be on social media, be available, take calls, be open, have free evenings, meet them have meetups, meet with customers, give them reasons to think you're wonderful, and there's no competition. Make sense? And just to prove the point, today it's Drive Time Thursday, so I'm going to tell you to recommend that you go and listen to the podcast of my friend Chris Ducker. Chris is actually rebranded pretty much as Youpreneur. Now, in Youpreneur, they're going to probably show you just what you will learn from me in the Owners Club. Although I think it's $99 a month and ours is only £29. But anyway, that's a competition. That's a competitor. Why on earth would I tell you about that? Why would I send you off to someone else? Anyway, go listen. Chris is fantastic. Simple as that. If you haven't heard of Chris Ducker, read his book, Virtual Freedom. Fantastic guy. Follow everything he does, especially that podcast. And remember, the interview tomorrow, I think it's Mark Asquith. So for all you podcast fans out there, you'll know him in the UK. And he has a business partnering up with John Lee Dumas of Entrepreneur on Fire. So it's worth listening when he talks tomorrow. Thank you very much. See you soon.